You're tuned into the Talk About It podcast. I'm Lauren Fulmer.
I'm Victor Dantas.
And today we got another really special guest, Jackson Kane. What's going on, Jackson?
Not much. How are you guys?
Doing good.
Good.
I've been excited. I think we booked this maybe a month or two ago. Been looking forward to this day. One of my, you work different jobs and different stuff. You get to meet a whole lot of people. You're one of my favorite people. I genuinely mean this. When we worked at the radio station together, I feel like we would just laugh about the stupidest stuff and created a good relationship. So I appreciate you coming in.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me. Like you said, we were always laughing and having a good time. So great to see you again.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff. Why don't you go ahead and just start off telling us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I'm Jackson Kane. Used to work with Lauren, like Lauren said. I currently work as a copy editor for a couple fantasy sports websites. Established the Run is one of them, as you can see. And then I also coach basketball. So,
yeah, the basketball you're coaching right now is in Macomb.
Yep.
And you're currently the coach for the 8th grade girls and varsity girls,
yes.
Right?
Yep. And repping them as well today.
That's right. Macomb Bombers?
Yes, Macomb Bombers. It's been a pleasure coaching that program and kind of turning things around, if you will. And, yeah, we also used to play noon ball together.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, we did.
So.
We did.
Is that a high school or?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
in Macomb, basically down the road.
I went to school in Macomb.
Oh, that's
went
right.
to Western, yeah.
Yeah. So, who is your favorite coach? You played sports growing up. Who's someone that you put up there on your, this is my guy,
Quite honestly, I mean, I enjoyed all my coaches. But if I had to pick one, I'd probably say Doug Dennison. He's the boys coach out at United now. But the main reason I loved playing for him was because I had the green light. He told me to shoot it. When I got it, shoot it. So, anytime you got that freedom, you're going to love that. So.
Yeah, Coach Dennison's a great dude. He comes into the radio, doing some of his coaching stuff, and which you've been in charge of that, running the board there at the radio station.
For sure,
you know how that goes.
Yep.
But yeah, Coach Dennison, great dude. That's he was your high school coach?
He was my JV coach.
Okay.
So when I was at the JV level, he gave me the reins and told me to, make it happen.
Right. So do you have one of those? You don't have to say the kid's name, but do you got some kids you're like, hey, pull?
There's certainly some.
Yeah.
They got to show they can do it. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely some girls that I'll be like, hey, you got to open look, shoot it.
Yeah.
Shoot it.
Now, is basketball your favorite sport? I mean, I know you coach it, we play it, but what?
I would say to play, definitely. To watch, probably football.
What about to coach?
To coach, basketball, for sure.
Yeah?
For sure.
What's the best things about coaching and what's the worst thing about coaching kids at the age that you're
I think the
coaching?
best thing would be just seeing that growth, from day one to, the end. Just seeing their face light up when something clicks and seeing them, just progress. The worst thing about coaching, that's a tough one. I mean,
Parents. Sorry.
You said it, not me. And 99% of parents are phenomenal, but there's obviously that select few that can kind of sour some things. But
Sure.
it is what it is. I mean, I don't have kids of my own, so I don't quite understand that concept yet of I gotta stick up for my kid, if you will. But
Yeah.
My kid is the best.
right, my kid's the best, whatever. But
you have, at the same time, you have kids that you're coaching, you're investing time and energy into, not necessarily from the parent, connection, but I mean, as a coach, you're establishing very similar connections with these children for sure.
yeah, definitely. For 2 hours, 3 hours out of the day, sometimes 5. If we're taking a bus and coming back, those kids are basically my kids for that amount of time, and you invest a lot of time and energy into creating better players and better humans. So yeah, like you said, it's kind of like being a parent.
Yeah, I don't know if it was your 8th grade or your varsity team. I know you shared a post that was along the lines of, at least from what I gathered from it, like how far these young ladies have come, and I think they had like a good successful year, finished, I don't know, in playoffs or whatever where it went. But why don't you talk a little bit about what you meant or what that journey was from start to finish?
Yeah, so I started at Macomb. This was my second year this year as the varsity coach. And prior to my arrival, this group had won 9 games in 3 years combined. And then last year we went 13-13. This year we went 19-12.
Yeah.
So I mean that's a pretty big jump. So just a lot of progress, and I always talk about small wins. You know, I'm always seeing those small wins, whether that's holding a great opponent to a certain amount of points or seeing somebody's individual stats jump, whatever. But yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of growth from this group, and we actually see 5 seniors graduate. So there's going to be a lot of opportunity next year. And our JV group this year was undefeated. Last year they lost 1 game, so future's bright.
That's
Good.
awesome.
Thank you.
Where do you see yourself coaching long term?
I love coaching. Quite honestly, I really don't know.
To see where it takes you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's something that I'm really passionate about. And like you said, I mean, I'm always, promoting on my socials about the team. And yeah, it's kind of one of those things where we'll just see what happens.
What about
But
you?
what would be success to you, like in basketball in the next years? What would you say where you want to get it?
Well, I mean, I think just seeing people get better is success to me. But in terms of like goals for like the team,
Career for you.
that's tough. I think obviously a state championship would be
Okay.
pretty cool. When I was in high school, I think the farthest we made it was sectional finals. Lost to Heartbreaker. I won't get into that. That's a 2-hour-long story. But yeah, I think making it to a state tournament would be pretty cool.
What about you? Victor coaches too. He coaches
Nice.
soccer.
Yeah.
Nice.
So what about you? Where do you see yourself? You coaching long term?
When it comes to coaching, I want to keep helping us as much as I can. Knox College. I used to be at Sandburg. I was able to contribute a lot for the success of the soccer program there. At Knox, the same thing. Of course, I want to keep giving the opportunity for international players to keep coming to the U.S. to go to school, to get scholarship. And as of right now, I would say I've brought over 80 to 100 players
Really?
to Galesburg, Illinois.
That's awesome.
Yes, international players from Europe, all over the place, from Brazil. Brazilians, I brought about 35 players already, 40 players at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, my goal is to give the opportunity to those players to be able to succeed in life. That's the main goal. Of course, soccer. I have experience in soccer, so that's why I'm a coach. I can definitely add and contribute to the success when it comes to technique and coaching. But to me, the most important thing is the actual opportunity for those players, not only international but national players, to be able to go to college, play the sport that they like, and graduate and get going in their lives. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. You mess with soccer?
Not really. I play FIFA every once in a while.
Right. That's about all I
the
got.
extent of it.
Yeah.
I had a question. How do you go about finding these international guys? How does that work?
It's more there are a lot of sports exchange companies. Every country there are, especially sending players to the U.S. So the way that happens is I reach out to them, and they actively reach out to me, showing players. So they send me highlight videos from a lot of players, several different companies from other countries. I watch those videos. I tell them which ones I like the most. And then I go schedule meetings with their parents. Explain to them that I watch their videos. We have some scholarship to offer them. If the parents are good with that, then we move forward. They get their visa first, and then they get their airplane ticket, and they come. But yeah, and besides that, it would be me saying, hey, we need a center back. Do you guys have a center back available with this budget, with this English level that will fit our team? Yes or no? Yes. Send me those players. I'll check it out, filter, and offer scholarship.
Nice.
At Sandberg was easier because it was a junior college, way cheaper. At Knox, it's still, of course, academically is a ranked school. It's an awesome place to be. It's more expensive, but there are a lot of players that want to come and have the budget and still want to come to Galesburg to go to school. Yeah.
Very cool. Very
A
cool.
lot of people underestimate Knox College, especially here locally, because it's like it's here in our backyard, but it is very well internationally known. Has a strong reputation in other countries.
Nationally.
Yeah, even nationally, yeah.
Yeah.
But I know just like here in Galesburg, I know growing up here, it's just like, I mean, that's just kind of Knox College over there. But I mean, yeah, it's very well known across the country and the world too.
Oh yeah, it's very known, and yeah, we call it a powerful diploma. People that graduate from Knox, they are able to get good jobs, high-paying jobs, because it's academically focused school.
Yeah, you don't end up having to do a podcast and stuff, right?
Yes,
No,
exactly.
working at the radio.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. No. Where'd you go to college, Jackson?
Bradley
Okay,
University.
I knew
Nice,
that. Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, so you got Arizona State and Western Illinois also in here.
Very cool.
Nice.
Very cool.
What'd you get your degree in?
Sports communication.
Okay.
So,
Well,
lot
let's
of similar
transition
stuff
to your established to run or even sports writing, your passion for sports, and then also like somewhat journalism, right? I mean, you're
Right.
mixing the two of those.
Yep.
Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I started with ETR in July of 2020, doing some copy editing stuff. I mean, I wear a lot of hats there. I edit podcasts, customer support emails, responding to people, cancellations, all that good stuff, refunds. It's something I really enjoy. We offer fantasy sports content, whether that's videos, write-ups, whatever. Like I was telling you, we started with fantasy football, but we've expanded to basketball and golf as well. I'm sure there will be other sports down the pipeline at some point, but really enjoy it. It's a passion, fantasy sports. We used to talk all the time about, our fantasy teams and whatnot. So
What is a fantasy sport?
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, so basically
Sorry.
you do a draft, and let's say we're doing soccer, right? You draft a team of players from different teams, right?
Okay.
So let's say you want a player from Chelsea, and you think he's the best one. You draft him for your whatever position, striker, and then you can get a different position from a different team.
So basically, I make a team from players from several teams,
Yep.
and then if they play well in real life,
Yep.
then I get points. Okay,
yeah,
I know what
so
it is.
however they perform in the game is how you get fantasy points.
Okay. Yeah.
And it keeps sports entertaining because you'll watch, for football, that's what I do, fantasy football, and that's it for me. But like, instead of just watching the Bears game on Sunday and being done, you have
All the other
you have 15 games that you're watching or into and needing players from different. So it can. I mean, it's blown up in the last 10 years.
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
I've been
10 to
playing
12
probably
years.
15 more, but then it just started getting to where like almost everybody does it. I mean, there's moms and dads out here.
I got my fiance into it this last year, doing both season long and DFS, and she loves it. We're actually talking about maybe doing a podcast at some point.
Yeah,
So,
you could definitely do one. I mean, the people, there's many of them successful podcasts right now, which I'll even tune into one from time to time after, the Monday football game. You get in Tuesday, Wednesday to try to see what's going on, and then you have to be ready then for Thursday night football,
Yep, for sure.
So establish the run. You guys create content, basically talking about fantasy sports in general, or like you just create content about, hey, choose this player, he's gonna play well next game, or
Both, right?
how does that work?
Basically everything in between. Fantasy content. We do live shows. We do write-ups. I mean, before I left to come here, I was editing a NBA matchups column. So basically, shout out my buddy Mike Gallagher. He writes up a big long write-up on the games today. There was 10 games on schedule. I had to go through and edit everything. Basically, he just writes up the matchups, who's got good matchups, who's got bad matchups, and that guides our subscribers on who's a good play, who's a bad play, who's an average play.
Okay.
And
And
betting,
so
I mean, so some people will bet money on these, trying to basically just gain any advantage or opinions or information that's going to help them make a better
Okay.
decision.
Yep. Yep.
And
So-
people pay, right?
Oh,
is,
yeah.
Is established to run a payment required?
Yes.
Yeah.
Subscriber based stuff. I mean, we do some free stuff, but I'd
Right.
say 90% of what we have is
So that's a software, or it's just a website?
it's a website.
Oh, it's
Yep.
just a website. Okay.
Website. Yep.
Okay.
I'm not sure if we'll expand into like an app or something at some point, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, right now just a website. So.
But people are able to build their teams on the website and do everything, or it's just a content website?
So just the content
Okay.
is on the website. That would be kind of cool if you could import your team onto the website. I might have
Fantasy
to run that
Pros.
by the
You mentioned
True.
another company before, the Fantasy Pros. They allow you to do that.
yeah. Fantasy
I've
Pros
done
is
that.
one where you can kind of import your team or whatever, and it'll help you with like a mock draft or
Or it'll tell you
Whatever.
like who you should start and who you shouldn't. Or
That's
Right,
all based on
right.
data, like if the player played well in the last 10 games, how many points they scored, and stuff like
yeah.
that.
So
algorithms.
Algorithm.
you touched on data. We have like huge teams called projection teams, and they make like basically calculated like guesses, estimates on how a player's going to do based on past performance or how they've been doing recently or recent trends. And so we got big teams like that go into it, and they create projections. Our subscribers buy the projections, and that kind of helps their decision making.
What do you think has more chance of bringing results financially to people, if they do sports betting or do fantasy? Because it's kind of the same. You're betting that the player is going to play well, or you get what I'm saying?
That's a really good question. I would say if you're doing it very seriously, you could be profitable at both.
Yeah.
It just depends on how good the projections are and whatnot. I mean, I think ETR's got the best in the industry, and it's been shown. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you guys do? And I can't remember. I wish I could give credit to whatever the writer is that I've come across this, but you'll do your projections like this week. You should pick this guy and this guy and this guy, and then the following week he'll do a write up that says like things that made me look smart and things that made me look dumb. Like like the player I said don't get him, and then he goes out and kills it.
Right, right.
So do you guys do something like that?
So we have a lot of like from week to week, especially during football, like subscribers will tag us on Twitter like, hey, ETR, thanks for recommending so-and-so, or thanks for telling me to fade whoever, which fade basically means don't play this person.
Right.
Or don't play him as much. And so, yeah, I mean, our subscribers are always tagging us and whatnot, so.
That's awesome.
That's a good feeling, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And, we were touching on, I started doing some writing this past football season for a site called rotoballer.com, and I actually had a couple buddies that were like, dude, thanks for the recommendation on this guy. I ended up winning X amount of dollars because of what you said. Of course, I have a problem. I'll write up something, and then as the week goes on, I'll get away from that intuition and go to
Right.
something else. And of course, my buddy wins money off the person I told him to play, and I didn't play him.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Now, would you say that you guys are a data company or opinionated company? Like you guys write the articles based on what you think is gonna happen, or everything is based on data?
So I think it's a mix of both. Like on the football side, we have a gentleman named Evan Silva. He is like the guru of like the football takes. Like he's, we call it hand in the dirt, if you will. He knows how players do this well, how they don't do this well. Not so much number based stuff. And then we have guys on the projections team who will kind of give their opinion. Oh, the numbers aren't adding up for this guy to do well, and so that might conflict with what Evan's saying, and then you kind of find that happy medium in terms of like the projection. So I would say it's more numbers based for sure, but there's definitely football guy takes, or
You need to
basketball
know
guy.
about the sport.
Right,
You need to
exactly.
watch it. Yeah,
Exactly.
for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. You don't watch much football, right?
No,
the
I don't
actual
understand very well. I
Yeah.
don't understand the rules.
In basketball, you told me you
I like
can't-
basketball more.
but you
than
can't
football.
play at all, right? Did
No.
you tell me that? It's
Yeah, I
very-
could.
It's really
I could
bad.
kick the ball and make in the basket way easier than with my hands. Way
See,
easier.
I find soccer like fascinating because I feel like it's basketball with your feet,
Yes, that's why I like basketball.
which I am terrible at soccer. I have no like foot. What is it called? Foot-eye coordination. So we have hand-eye coordination. Is that what
yeah.
they call it or no?
Yeah, full work.
Well, I have terrible footwork in terms of soccer. Now basketball, that's a different story. But,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
The whole thing with soccer I can't get. I really struggle. It's the guy who gets like, and it's all the time. He just like barely nudged, and then he like does the whole like
flop.
falls.
That's part of it. In
And
basketball, there's that
That's the
thing
stupid
too.
part. That it's
So,
part of it. That's
there-
the dumbest thing. That's part of it. So it's acting is a part of
Yeah,
soccer.
'cause
there's
the-
gamesmanship.
But you
Sometimes
like
you got to sell it to get a call.
sure,
You
but
know?
you sit
Yes.
down there.
But I think it happens a little too often.
Right, and they're down there, they literally holding their leg, and then all of a sudden they can, the ball's coming, they can jump up and take off running and go get
No,
it.
they're
Like,
literally like acting like their legs broken, and then they see the referee give the yellow card already, and then they get up and play.
I just don't, why is it
That's
acting?
a
Why-
psychological game. It's
Who is
always
it tricking?
the referee or the other
I mean,
team or
it
whatever.
happens-
It depends.
It happens in basketball too,
I'm sorry.
but
Like,
not
who
as
is it
frequent.
tricking?
I would say.
Let's say you're the defender, I'm attacking, right? And
Uh-huh.
then you just touch me and I fall. Wouldn't you get mad at me? Like, why is this guy doing this? But it basically makes your
I'm going to laugh and
makes
just keep
you get
going.
out of focus of the game.
Nah, I'm going to
Yeah.
keep going.
And the referee will not even know what happened if
Sure.
you actually punched me or not. So that's
what
just
an idiot.
to
That's
make
what-
things.
I'm going to be like, what an idiot. And just keep going. That's what I'm going to do. I don't know. I just don't get it. I really struggle. Like the World Cup was just on a couple months ago, which is the most soccer I've watched in years. And yeah, anytime it happens, I'm just like, it's so stupid.
But that part is so small compared to the actual sport, So everything's soccer is very. I don't know. I don't want to be talking about soccer.
No,
but-
it is. I respect the sport. I'm not
Yeah,
putting
yeah.
it down.
No,
I'm just
it's-
saying that one dynamic of the game
It
itself,
happens every game. Yeah.
it blows me away, and it makes me like lose interest personally. But that's just me.
I know a lot of Americans say that they don't like soccer because sometimes the game ends in 1-0,
Not enough
1-1.
excitement or whatever.
But
so
that's
does
the
hockey.
excitement.
So
So if
does
it's
hockey.
0-0 and the other team scores 2 minutes left to end, that's the moment of the sport,
So I've thought about this before. I want to hear your take since you're a soccer guy. What's your thought on taking goalies out and then just making the net like super small?
No.
No, I feel like there'd be more scoring,
Yeah.
but it'd be harder.
We
to
don't
score,
want more
obviously.
scoring. It would be so boring if it was a lot of score. Like the goal is the moment of soccer. Imagine if there was a goal every minute. Everybody would be bored. Oh, there's
It
a
would
goal
be.
here. There's a goal there. Go.
I get it.
It's just emotional when it's 50-50 and one team score, and then the other team 1-1. That's the good thing about.
And then a
soccer.
guy
right,
falls
fair
down and acts like his ankle hurts.
But what are you saying? We do play like that, but like not professionally, of course. But like in Brazil, I grew up playing with little goals where there's no goalie, and you can finish from wherever you are on the field. That's fun to play as well. A lot of people play like that without goalie.
So, are like top-notch soccer players? If you make a goal like, a tenth of the size of a normal goal,
Yeah,
would they be able to just can it every single time?
without goalie,
Yeah.
no, it's not easy.
No. What about like half the size of a normal goal?
without goalie
Yeah.
on a official large field?
Yeah.
It would still be hard.
Okay.
I mean,
I was just
it would
curious. I
still,
don't
if it
know.
was half of the goal, no goalie would be easier than with the normal size with goalie. I would say that. But yeah, we're just thinking about theory.
Yeah.
But yeah, you would, with goalie and the normal size goal is the best option.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Who knew we'd go on to soccer, huh? So what else, man? You're getting married. You're gonna
Getting
get married
married.
this year.
Getting married in July, sneaking up on us. About 100 days out now. Me and Lauren are, sorting through all our, planning and whatnot. So
Not me and Lauren.
not me and Lauren.
Oh, I thought you guys were together.
no.
That's his girl.
Yeah, my
That's-
fiance's name's Lauren. So
Yeah.
Okay.
just to clarify
Yeah.
for the people.
Yeah.
But Yeah, it's going well. We started dating. Let's see, March 2 years ago. So
Yeah, that's exciting for you, man.
Yeah.
So this July 2023, gonna tie the knot. Jackson Kane will be off the market.
Oh, I've been off the market.
I know, I
For a
mean,
long
it's
time.
official.
Yeah, for sure.
But no,
for sure.
Yeah, no. I mean, I was really happy to see you get engaged. That's cool. And then when I saw her name, I'm like, she's got to be cool.
Right.
You know?
No,
they don't just give Lauren away to anybody, you know.
Yeah, she's the best. She's just enhanced my life in a myriad of ways, and that's what you're looking for.
Right.
Thinking about having kids?
Oh, for sure. That's
Yeah.
like something we've been talking about for a long time, and just the memories of my childhood with my parents, like you can't beat it. So I'm looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Yeah.
For sure.
Victor just had a son a couple months ago.
Oh, nice.
he's,
Congrats.
A new
2 months and a
dad.
half ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's already trying to
He's
stand
getting
up.
big too, man. He's getting big quick.
Yep.
They do. That's what they
Big
do.
cheeks.
Yes,
Like, mine,
right.
14 and 12. My daughter will be 12 tomorrow. So
That's awesome.
it's time flies. But,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So what? You guys got a honeymoon planned?
We do. We're going to Turks and Caicos.
Hmm.
So
Where is
that'll be
that?
good. I believe it's like by the Bahamas.
I was gonna say I just knew it was like some sort of island or something. And it sounded
I
nice.
thought you said Turkey, Europe. I was
No,
like,
not
what?
Turkey. Turks and Caicos. Yeah, so should be good.
Nice.
Have you ever left the country?
I haven't. We had to get our passports in order.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
waiting on those to get here, but yeah, it should be good. Never
So
left
she's
the country.
never gone either.
She has. She had to renew hers.
Oh, renew.
But she's gone to France before. She went in high school for like a little exchange type thing. But yeah, looking forward to it. Anytime you can go on a beach and get a beverage in your hand,
Right.
can't beat it.
And a
Good
sunburn.
life.
Don't get a sunburn the first day. That's all. That's
All
my
right.
advice to you. Okay?
I'll write that down.
The first day, it'll ruin the next like 5 or however many you're there. Don't do it the first day.
Okay, I'll wait till the
That's
third.
my advice.
The third day.
Are you going to be putting a NFL right out coming here after the draft and like kind of your 2024 or 23, 24 season projections?
So I used to do like, win loss kind of
I know,
predictions.
I
and
look at 'em,
I
I'd
put them
take
on
'em.
Facebook, and some people would want to burn me at the stake, if you will. But I put a lot of thought into them. Just kind of I would look at each team's schedule, who they're supposed to play, who's projected to be pretty good, who's not,
Right.
and I was usually halfway decent.
No, you did good.
But,
I would follow them. I would screenshot them, and then I would come look at them after the year and see how you did. I legit did that. You did the individual NFL player ones. Like who you thought were going to have good years. You're usually pretty good at it, honestly.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some guys I
know Cooper
had.
Kupp was a big one that you had like kind
2
of
years
even
ago.
before
Yeah.
before he really blew up. You were like this dude's going to get it this year.
Yeah, that was a good one. Last year, I'm trying to think of who all I had, but yeah, I love like just kind of prognosticating that kind of stuff, trying to
So
give
where
my opinion. And
where can our listeners get some of your information if they want to follow? You mentioned the ETR, Establish the Run.
ETR, so I don't actually write for ETR. I'm kind of like the behind the scenes guy.
Gotcha.
Make everybody else look good. But I might be writing for Roto Baller again next year, and I usually share that on my Facebook or Twitter or whatever. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'll be looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I appreciate you taking your time out of your schedule, man. It's always good to catch up with you. I've told you got to stop in the radio station and see us from time to time. I know you're in Macomb, but we always love running into you and wish you the best of luck here in this next season and everything you got going in your future, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
sure.
Yeah, this was a pleasure. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever been on an official for real podcast before, so.
But we're not sure
Pretty
if this
cool.
is
Yeah, I
official
don't know
or
if
real.
Oh, this is official.
We don't know if
This
it's
is
official or real
It's
yet.
not for
but
real.
We're trying.
Oh,
We're
this is
trying.
official for sure.
Yeah.
And, I really don't get to Monmouth too much anymore. Sometimes I come and talk to Sean about the team or whatever, but yeah, I need to get up to Monmouth
Yeah.
a little more, but
For sure.
I appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time, man.
Well, and Lauren, the fiance Lauren, if you're listening, take care of her boy. he's very happy. He talks about you nonstop.
Oh yeah.
So just saying. But anyways, thanks, Jackson, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you very
guys.
much.
Thank you.
All right, Jackson Kane, you guys, check him out. Established the Run. You can see some of his work behind the scenes. But all in all, just keep an eye out for those Macomb Bombers. The ladies are going to be getting it done this year.
Yes, we're looking forward to a great couple years here coming up. So.
Good.
Awesome.
Well, thanks again, guys. It's a Talk About It podcast. If you listen this far and haven't hit subscribe, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please just hit subscribe. Help us out. I'm Lauren Fulmer.
I'm Victor Dantas.
Would you forget your last name? Anyways, I'm Jackson Kane. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
See you guys next week.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Talk About It podcast.
I'm Victor Dantas.
I'm Lauren Fulmer.
And we would encourage you guys to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to hit the bell. It's going to be right below the video. So you
Hit
guys,
the bell.
so you know when the next episode is up. All
We
right?
appreciate all the support.
Thank you.